Hello, listeners. Welcome to the brand new series Humans of CoLlearn, where we chat with students from our cohort and explore their journeys. CoLlearn is an edtech platform that fulfills non traditional career choices through live online offbeat courses and mentorship by well renowned industry experts in an engaging and interactive manner. CoLearn helps you make non traditional career choices in a cohort based setting surrounded by a world class learning community. We have courses ranging from various fields like multimedia sports journalism to cricket umpiring and sports analytics, to name a few. On today's episode, we have Pranav, a student from our sports commentary and broadcasting, sports analytics, and multimedia sports journalism courses, respectively, to talk about his journey. Without further ado, let's get started. Hi, Pranav. Welcome to
Hi,
episode
Nia.
3 of Humans of CoLearn series. I'm thrilled that we're having this discussion.
Thanks, Nia, for having me here.
Yeah, and before we just kickstart the proceedings and to give a little insight and context to our listeners, can you just introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Pranav Khandale, and thanks to Colin, currently I'm working as a sports content writer in a company called Spolto, which is a sports tech platform. Colin also opened up quite a few avenues for me. So I learned the tricks and trades of sports analytics with Gaurav Sundaraman, which was such a wonderful course. Basically, it gave me a new direction altogether, which I have been enjoying thoroughly. Apart from that, the other avenue which opened up widely for me was sports commentary. So I was always interested in that, and Roshan Shetty, guided us wonderfully. And thanks to Kolan and thanks to Roshan Shetty, I've got quite a few opportunities also to showcase my talent, in terms of sports commentary. I've also done the sports journalism course that was with Snehal Pradhan. Uh, I was doing a sports journalism. Basically, it was a journalism course that I was doing. But taking this sports journalism course with Snehal Pradhan actually helped me to dive deep in the world of sports. So I enjoyed that as well a lot, and because in order to take my career ahead in sports analytics, it was very important to be well versed with tools. So I had taken up another course, which was Tableau, and that also helped me a lot. So I'm trying to build my career around sports, and Colin has been one of the important factors which has helped me to build my career. So I'm really, really thankful to Colin about just guiding me through my career. Basically, I was trying to switch my career. I was into something else, and because I'm too passionate about sports, so wanted to open up new avenues, and Colin actually guided me in a very, very good way.
I mean, that's amazing to hear, right? Your journey has been remarkable. And if you just had to look back, how did your interest in sports develop? How did it all start?
So basically, I have always been interested in sports. So I've played cricket at the state level. I've represented Maharashtra at the under 14 level. I've played two hockey nationals. I've attended one India camp, and I've also boxed for a couple of years. After my graduation, I flew abroad to UK. I was studying there, and I was also playing there. So I played in the UK as an overseas professional. So sports has always been around in my blood, and there were a few things which I tried out, did not work out, so I decided to fall back to my strengths, which is sports. And that's how I started getting back to sports again. And it was very important for me to develop my skill set to fit into this particular industry, because what I was doing earlier was completely different. I was into operations and stuff, so this was completely different from what I'm doing right now. So yeah, that's how it started. It was, I wouldn't say it started, it was always there. It's just that I needed the right direction, and thanks to Poland I got that.
Right. And in your case, you have dabbled with so many roles in the past. You've worked as a sales director, an operations manager, a content writer, and you have so many degrees as well. So, how have these experiences shaped you?
So coming the the best thing that I can draw from all those previous experiences is to tackle situations spontaneously, because there are so many things that come up, and having some diverse background always helped me. So I use those things to my strengths to to overcome challenges.
Right. And in your case, you have such a diverse skill set, right? You've done so many courses now. Do you think for freshers and even for new people entering this industry, having multifaceted skill set is the need of the hour?
Well, I strongly feel, gone are those days where you need to be a master of one, and but I feel that in today's world, you need to be an all-rounder. You need to, especially in organizations, you need to work on different skill sets. That is a need of the hour, and especially when so many startups coming up, unfortunately, the startups cannot afford you working on only one particular niche. They need someone who can manage quite a few other things. So I feel, in my case at least, being jack of all has helped. But yeah, in today's world, I feel it is very important that different skills. You can actually help a bit in quite a few things that adds value to your position in the organization. And there's always a lot to learn. So my recommendation, or my advice to people who are starting their career would be that there's nothing harm, there's nothing wrong trying different things. In case if it does not click, you can always move on and try something else. But sticking to one niche might just make you stagnant. Might make things monotonous for you. So thankfully for me, because I've done so many things, things never get monotonous for me. But there's something or the other that I've always been doing.
Right. And currently, you work with Spolto Technology Solutions as a senior content writer. So, how has this experience been so far with Spolto, which also has Swedish origins apparently, and recently got funded too, right? So, what are some of the roles
That's
that
correct.
you serve?
So basically, like you said, correctly said, that I'm a content writer over there. So just to tell you more about what exactly Spolto is. So basically, just to draw reference, uh, every one of us has used Zomato and Swiggy. So Zomato and Swiggy are nothing but just a discovery platforms or an aggregator which tells you about what kind of food or cuisine a restaurant serves and where the restaurant is. So it's a discovery platform. Similarly, at Spolto, we are trying to build a discovery platform where people can come to the website and they can learn more about the opportunities that academies and individual coaches are offering. And we've done it very smartly. So basically, rather than jumping into all sports, we've figured out which are the most popular sports in terms of having a learning intent. So we are focusing on those six sports, that is cricket, football, chess, badminton, basketball, and cricket. So these are the sports which we figured out has the highest amount of intent in terms of learning. So we are trying to provide users a platform where they can learn about different academies. So we've launched in Pune, and soon we're going to launch in Mumbai as well. And the idea is to take it over pan India.
Wow, this actually does sound really amazing. And considering
Yes.
you're playing such an important role in the development of the company, what does the road ahead look like for you?
So, I've been loving every bit of working at Spolto, because since it is a sports tech startup, it's not a conventional business kind of a thing where, everything is pre-decided and you just follow it. So, like you mentioned, that how is my previous role helping me? So, because there are a lot of new processes which are being said, a lot of changes that need to be made spontaneously. We need to find out at every position, we just try and discover new things. So my skill set also helps me in, guiding others, setting up new processes. So it's been fun. It's been challenging as well, because with a sports tech, with a startup specifically, it's not a straight line, right? So you have to try a few things, figure out if that is working or no. So it has challenged me, it has brought the best out of me, and it has taught me a lot, because the team that I'm working with, obviously I am one of the oldest guys in the team, and I have a bunch of youngsters working around me. So I get to learn a lot of new things, their approaches, their mindsets, how they tackle situations. That is completely different for me. So I've learned a lot in terms of approaching things, in terms of trying new things, and obviously this is my first role as a content writer. So it has always been an upward curve for me at Spolto.
Right, and your journey has been truly inspiring, and listening to you has been certainly enriching as well. And before we conclude the episode, do you have any final thoughts for our listeners?
Of course. So I would say, guys, you should never hold back in trying new things. It's never too late. I'm not boosting about myself, but I picked up sports journalism when I was 35, and I already had a kid, responsibilities as well. So never be afraid of trying new things, reaching out new avenues, and extending your horizons.
That is a fitting conclusion. And on that note, thank you so much, Pranav, for joining me on this episode and for sharing your lovely story. It has certainly inspired me, and our
Thanks.
listeners too will, resonate with your story. Here's wishing you the best for all your ventures ahead, and may you keep soaring. Cheers.
Thanks a lot, Neha.
Thank you, listeners, for tuning into this episode. And you can check out CoLlearn's website, thecolearn.com, to see our courses and enroll in them. This episode is available on YouTube and all leading podcast platforms. Please share this with your network. And until next time, stay safe and bye, listeners.